PSGL is back after a short break, and we are back after that disaster of a race around Qatar 2 weeks ago. The battle was starting to heat up, and I have to deliver with some more consistent results starting today.
Jumping into qualifying, I knew it would be a tough fight for pole position. No matter how low your personal best gets, which in my case is a 107.6 flat, it will be very difficult to reproduce it in session. Across the line, it's only going to be 108.6. Luckily, around Monaco, you have enough time to do 4 push laps, which gives us 4 opportunities to set the fastest time of the session. Out of turn 1, it's already going to be half a tenth gained, close to a full tenth through Castle. How you attack this corner and how close you can brush the wall to the right will make or break the corner exit. The next part is all about precision here, trailing off the brakes, sinking into the hairpin as to not offset the balance of the car. Be brave, stay in second gear for maximum rotation and acceleration potential. Try to get a good exit into the tunnels. It is going to be 2.5 tenths up. Stay a little bit to the left because there's a bump here that will cost you about 5 kilometers per hour. Through the chicane, a little safe, but we still managed to carry good speed, close to 3 tenths gained. Throw the car into the corner, lift only, no braking, and through the last chicane, brush the wall, cut the inside curve, be brave, brake right before the UBS sign, and all about precision and about getting as close to the wall as possible. Coming across the line, it's a 7/10 improvement, and that is going to put us in first position.
Let's go!
Provisionally. On a third lap, however, I'm in the red, showing how good that lap actually is. I gained some time coming out of the Nouvelle chicane, but it's just so hard to get absolutely everything right. Everything pixel perfect. My delta is right on the cusp of becoming green here, but it is so hard, and a little bit of wiggle on the exit. It's so easy to lose the car there. No improvement. Final lap now. This is the final push lap of the session. Last chance, all or nothing. Into turn 1, magnificent. 1/10 gained. Coming up to the left-hander now. How close can we get to the wall? We run wide. Same thing on the exit, missing the apex by a country mile. And that's all of our progress gone. Into the hairpin, a little drift and running a little wide on the exit. So that compromises my line here, making it a little too shallow. Still, we're still green in the delta. So technically, with enough improvement, maybe P1 or even P2. We're talking about a full 10th coming into the Nouvelle chicane. How brave can I be? A little too much. And that is going to invalidate any chance of us improving. For now, it is still going to be P3 as we drive past a piece of front wing there on the track. Coming across the line, it is not going to be an improvement. Womp, womp. Into the race, I was sure P1 and P2 were just baiting with their hards. I did not expect them to start on those compounded tires, and we get a mega launch on our mediums, but P2 is glitching all over the place and we ghost. Here is his POV now, and it's a classic case of desync being completely naughty to the one on the receiving end. That is going to bring out the VSC. Unlucky for him, but lucky for me, because now there's only one car in front of me, and he's on the hards, and I get a massive brake check here. I don't know what that was for. No harm, no foul. We don't have damage from that, and we're gonna go green again. And right away, I'm gonna go on the attack. My mediums will still be a lot faster compared to his hards for the next coming laps. And with the strategy right now, we're looking at a pretty good shot at the win. Into turn 1, you can just see the traction difference when we get back on the power. And we're tucking the slipstream, and since dirty air is so absent in this year's game, I can follow for basically as close as I want. I get a good exit here. I should have maybe sneaked my nose down the outside, but he covers it off. So we're gonna have to wait a little bit. Into the hairpin, I thought about it, but nah. It's not worth it to risk losing your front wing so early in the race. There's still about 37 laps to go. It's a long race. And again, I'm going to pressure him going into the Nouvelle chicane, I want to maybe scare him into an error. Anything I can do to put him under pressure, I will do it. And at this point, I'm thinking, being on the mediums, this should give us track position when we box early, inevitably, right? However, that is gonna have to wait because the leader has just spun and crashed into the wall. And that is going to mean another virtual safety car. What the hell just happened? This is absolutely crazy. And you see already a couple of people diving into the pits to go onto the hards. Yes, hards can go to the end from here, but is it the fastest strategy? Because you have to take into consideration traffic when you box. Even if you come out, if there's somebody in front of you and you don't manage to overtake them right away, you are going to lose a lot of time. I'm gonna go racing again. My only threat right now is the McLaren behind me. I do not want to risk getting a drive-through penalty, so I'm gonna take it easy here, even though the McLaren has managed to catch back up to me a couple of tenths because of that maneuver. However, the cards have been reshuffled. I am now in the lead and I control the pace, so I get to do whatever the hell I want. And it's all about not making mistakes, not taking any unnecessary warnings, and wait for the race to unfold at a natural rate. Just a lap later, P3, the Haas, Alfie, has already dropped out of DRS. Not that it matters around this track, but it goes to show that we have pretty good pace. And it's not like we were holding up the whole field or anything. And coming out of Nouvelle Chicane, a couple of laps later, same thing is happening to the McLaren. I don't know if it's whether because they're pushing a lot harder on the tires, making them overheat, or just general pace difference. And coming around the last two corners, I actually set a purple sector 2, which goes to show I have pretty decent pace still on the old mediums. And just 2 laps later, the gap has widened up to 2 seconds. If I keep this up, I can get myself out of the undercut window for any drivers behind me. On lap 11, I get my first warning of the race. And I have to be careful, because being on one warning is fine, but as soon as you get your second one, they just keep coming and coming. So I have to be careful from now on. I don't actually need to take any risks, because as you could see, the gap has widened up to 4 seconds. And going back onto the main straight, the McLaren decides to pit this lap, and I decide to go a lap longer, because why not? It's not like I have a choice anyways. But having that gap to P2 has allowed me to protect myself from any undercut threat from the people behind me. Going back onto the track, it is important that we stay to the right side of the pit exit lines. But honestly, the worst part of this race is already over. I have clean air, no cars in front of me, and I'm just going to drive into the sunset. 20 laps of time trial without hitting the wall or making any mistakes. And I'm going to skip ahead onto lap 28, where another VSC comes out. And honestly, it's not too bad. VSCs, I can take those. It's full safety cars that scare me. Anything but that. And at this point, I have a 12-second lead to P2. As the VSC comes in, we go racing again with 10 laps to go. Come on, there's not that many laps left. Just let me win. Let me win. On lap 31, however, the safety car comes out. An old hard runner has decided to bin it into the wall. And now I'm facing a very, very difficult decision. I really want to box here, but P2 is putting me in a very difficult position. Is this 3-second penalty gonna get removed? Am I gonna lose the track position to him? Knowing how hard it is to overtake around Monaco, I decide to stay out, following the advice of my race engineer. However, P2 boxed, but that is much easier to say in hindsight, because P2 gets the option to do the opposite of whatever P1 does. If I stay out, he boxes. If I box, he stays out. All this to say, I'm on very old hards versus 3 fresh medium runners and a soft runner. I got a pretty decent exit coming out of the final corner. It is going to be a 2-second gap to P2 with 4 racing laps to go, 5 racing laps to go. And by the end of the lap, they've already caught up to me. Just goes to show, being on the wrong tire at the wrong moment will absolutely destroy your pace. Crossing the start-finish line, 4 racing laps to go. How wide can I make this Mercedes out of low-speed corners? The traction difference is night and day. There's nothing I can do. As hard as I want to push, the mediums are just so much faster, especially on light fuel load. And coming around the final 2 corners again, the McLaren is right down the gearbox. I'm gonna drain all of my battery, but he has DRS. I am going to move back onto the racing line at the very last moment, but he goes for a dive. And he hits me into turn 1.
Keep going, keep going.
Through ghosting, I lose 2 more positions.
What's the next one?
Cross the line. After all
What is the
penalties
point of
are
that,
applied,
man?
it's only going to be a P3.
I was wrong. I don't even know what to say. Oh, there definitely is some things that I could have done differently, but to have it taken away from you in the last few laps, it's gut-wrenching. It's not a good feeling, you know? But it teaches you a valuable lesson, and I wanted to record this video right after the race because I wanted to show the raw emotions that come with racing. Even though it's all virtual, the emotions are very real, and that's the beauty of it. And that's what makes it so great. And think for you, the viewer, you probably race for the exact same reasons. That's what makes this hobby so great. In the end, the McLaren got awarded a 5-second penalty. While I still sit in P3, my championship rival has managed to close the gap considerably with today's result, which means I'm gonna have to deliver in the next few rounds. I'll see you next week around Silverstone, where I aim to hit the ground running. In the meantime, this is Formula Kai signing off. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you very soon. Bye bye.